Life rarely unfolds the way we plan it. The phone numbers we dial by mistake, the buses we miss, the conversations that happen when we're lost. Sometimes these aren't accidents at all, but doorways to something beautiful we never saw coming. A single misdialed digit changed everything for two strangers who had never met. Ashley, a 34-year-old teacher, sitting alone in her apartment, and Frank, a 67-year-old widower, who hadn't spoken to anyone in days. It was 11:47 p.m. on a Tuesday in March, when the world felt too heavy to carry alone. Ashley's hands were shaking as she reached for her phone that night. The divorce papers sat on her kitchen table, like a verdict. 20 years of marriage, over. Her kids were staying with their father, until things settled down, whatever that meant. She scrolled through her contacts, looking for her sister's number, just someone to talk to, someone to tell her it would be okay. But grief makes fingers clumsy. Instead of pressing 7, she pressed 8. The phone rang once, twice. Hello? The voice was gentle, tired. Jenny? Ashley's voice cracked. Jenny, I don't know what to do anymore. There was a pause. I'm sorry, but there's no Jenny here. I think you have the wrong number. Ashley felt her heart sink even deeper. Even a phone call couldn't go right. Oh God, I'm so sorry. I'm having the worst night of my life, and I can't even dial a phone properly. She was about to hang up when the voice spoke again. Wait, don't hang up. The man's voice was soft, kind. Are you okay? You sound like you're in pain. And that's when Ashley broke. She cried to this stranger about her failed marriage, about feeling like she'd wasted 20 years, about her children who seemed to prefer their father's new apartment with its big TV and pizza dinners. The man listened, really listened. My name is Frank, he said when she finished. And I want you to know something. I've been sitting in this house for 6 months since my wife died, and this is the first real conversation I've had with another human being. You called me exactly when I needed to remember that I'm still here. They talked until 3 a.m. that night. Ashley learned that Frank was a retired teacher too, that he'd been married for 42 years, that he made terrible coffee but excellent pancakes, that he missed having someone to talk to about the small things, the way the morning light hit his kitchen window, or how the neighbor's cat kept sleeping on his porch. Every cloud has a silver lining, Frank told her before they said goodnight. Sometimes we just can't see it through the storm. They started calling each other every evening. Ashley would tell Frank about her day, about her students, about the slowly healing process of rebuilding her life. Frank would share stories from his decades of teaching, would listen when Ashley doubts crept in, would remind her that starting over at 34 wasn't ending, it was beginning. 6 months later, Ashley drove 3 hours to meet Frank for coffee. He was exactly as she'd imagined. Kind eyes behind wire-rimmed glasses, a gentle smile, hands that gestured when he spoke about books and students, and life. You saved my life that night, Ashley told him over their second cup of coffee. Frank shook his head, his eyes twinkling. No, my dear, you saved mine. I was ready to give up. Then a wrong number reminded me that sometimes we find exactly what we need when we're not even looking for it. Today, 2 years later, Ashley teaches at the elementary school just 10 minutes from Frank's house. She stops by twice a week with groceries and stories. He helps her grade papers and listens to her talk about the man she's been dating, slowly, carefully, but with hope. They're family now, not the family either of them planned, but the family they needed. Ashley and Frank found each other in their darkest moments, not despite their pain, but because of it. Their broken hearts created the space for something new to grow. Something neither of them could have imagined when they were focused on what they'd lost. Sometimes our worst days are just the beginning of our best stories. Sometimes the wrong turn is exactly the right path. Frank told Ashley that every cloud has a silver lining. And isn't that phrase perfect for their story? When we say every cloud has a silver lining, we mean that even in difficult or sad situations, there's usually something positive to be found. Like how real clouds, even the darkest storm clouds, have bright edges when the sun shines behind them. Ashley's cloud was her divorce, her loneliness, her feeling of failure. But the silver lining was Frank, and the friendship that taught her she was stronger than she knew. Frank's cloud was grief and isolation. His silver lining was remembering that he still had love to give. Have you ever had a wrong number moment in your life? A mistake or detour that led to something beautiful you never expected? Share your story in the comments below. I'd love to read about the time life surprised you with exactly what you needed. This is Fabelopedia, where every story has a heart, and every heart has a story. Oh, until next time, keep believing in beautiful accidents.